Capital is one of the most important parts for free-to-play. There's lots of good stats in here, from good attack and defense stats, but most important for basic, puncher, tough, and damage stats as well. Go in and have a look. First room most of us will be have completed, which is where the Gretchen solution comes from. It's frustratingly slow at only 60,000 per day. The second room is where the ngermouse powder comes from, and my recommendation is you want to actually get this room up to be producing around 1500 or more per day, just so that you've got some decent production going, because it gets quite expensive later on. The third room, after you've spent 50,000 impurity badges, is the Archimist's Institute. And this is where the Gretchen, where the Yaga flower is made. And there's three parts of this which are particularly important, three rooms in here that are particularly important. That's this room up the top here, which is making 5 lots of it, and you've got 2,000 just being created out of that. This room here, which has got 4 lots of it, and then followed by this room here, which is another 4 lots. When all of these are maxed at level 40, it's a total of 5,200 per 5 minutes. And as you can see, that's quite a big component of the production that I'm getting out of this room here. The other rooms are at 3. Work on those as you like, but the first 3 rooms I showed you are the ones you want to max out first. From this room, you can then access into the first operations room, which is one of the first of the new rooms that was added. And this room is about making Gretchen solution, finally. It costs 100,000 impurity badges just to get into here in the first place, and then that just gives you access to this room here, followed by this room here. For another 100,000 impurity badges, and you can see I've chosen this one, you can gain access to these 4 rooms, of which the most important is this one here, which is producing 4 versions of the Gretchen solution. Finally, once you get to level 100, and for another 100,000 impurity badges, you can access the last 4 rooms out to the side here, of which this room creates 4, this room 3, and then the other 2 rooms are 2. It's all about generating production as fast as possible, and that's what I'm seeking to maximize, trying to get my production rates of the Gretchen solution, the ngermouse powder, and the Yaga flower as high as I can. Not necessarily as quickly through the rooms as I can go. My next goal is to then hit the dining room here, which needs to get to level 300 before I can then open up the second operations room properly. Not started that in this account, but I'll be paying particular focus to these rooms, which have 3 areas to produce the Yaga flower. All right, now all up, it's an awfully large amount of impurity badges needed to unlock all of these rooms. Places to get these include here, where if you're spending 5 times a day and doing and collecting at least twice, you should be getting around 1800 of the impurity badges a day. Second place you can get impurity badges is in the platinum store, just here. You can get 2,000 impurity badges a week. Third place for impurity badges is over here, not there, is under the gift from Princess in the luxury store. You can purchase the construction chests here, and for each chest contains, you can change that into 5 purity badges. The fourth place, which is possibly the best place for getting impurity badges, is actually in the store in Empire Domination, just down the bottom here. Whereas if you've got 1,000 coins like I have at the moment, I can exchange those into roughly 10,000 impurity badges. So if you're playing the domination event and getting the rewards, you should be getting, say, 2,000 to 4,000 of those a week. So a nice quick way to get up there. Anyway, that's all from me.